Hi, my name is Eric Steffens, and I don't really know what to call this stuff yet. I do know that its intention is to help anyone out there willing to listen, interested in new ideas. I don't really like to say willing to listen. I hate that when people second rate themselves. I think what I can say can give you a new view on life that can motivate you to change where maybe you've been struggling. Creativity is a word that I think we misinterpret. I think there's a lot of words in general that over time we kind of kept mutating them and morphing them into things that they really aren't, or in the way that they're said, they defeat their purpose. When I'm looking up on my phone creativity definitions, I get a lot of things like inventiveness, imagination, innovation, originality, artistry, vision, enterprise. You've got things like the ability to make new things or think of new ideas, the tendency to generate or recognize ideas, alternatives, or possibilities that may be useful in solving problems, communicating with others, and entertaining ourselves and others. It's like a lengthy one, I got to say. There was really only one that I saw that got really close. And I don't know where it's at. And there we go. It was the second definition under the free dictionary, which was to be productive. That's what creativity is. It's solving a problem. If you think about it, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to fill a need. Is somebody who is Da Vinci, who paints the Mona Lisa, that's a beautiful work of art, creative? Hell yes. Is a person who figures out how to build a makeshift tent to cover themselves from the rain when they're out in the wilderness creative? Hell yeah. Is finding a new approach at your job when you're punching numbers to do it faster and more efficiently creative? Of course. And that's where we get in our way. We get bogged down with problems in life that since we believe we're not creative, we don't even try. Creativity is using what you have around you to find the solution to your problem. Or, as I've said in some of my classes, if you're struggling with fixing something, if you're beating yourself up because you don't have the money, you don't have the people, you don't have the resources, you got to MacGyver the shit out of your life. You got to do that almost every single day. The days when you don't, or when everything is presented for you in a nice silver platter, and you won't have that problem, you won't even think about it. But when things are hard, when things aren't going your way, when months and months of the odds keep going against you, you have to keep going. You have to look at what's around you and figure out how to make it work. Realize that you've got the tools. They might not be the normal ones, and most of the time they're not, and that's what you got to focus on. You can't focus on the problems and bitch about what you don't have. You got to get pumped and look at what you have and make it work. For every situation you tell me that this is how it's done, there's a situation that did it a whole different way, which means you are that whole other way. You can find another path. And you can't be looking for somebody else to solve your problems because they're not you, they're not your dreams, they're not what you want. You are your dreams. You are pursuing goals that only matter to you. And that's creative. Creativity can be how to figure out how to be vulnerable and tell the person you love how you really feel. Creativity can be finding the confidence in yourself to no longer be in that relationship with somebody who's abusive and destructive towards your self-worth and figuring out how to get out of it. There is always a way to solve your problems. Never give up. Never. It might not be the route you want. It might take longer. It might be more of a struggle than what you had originally wanted it to be. And you might have done this 1,000 times, and this 1,001 time, it's 1,000,000,000 times harder, but it is. Who cares? You've got the answer to your problem. It's going to hurt a little more. Good. You can feel pain and move forward. You can spend the energy and make it work. And that's what you're going to do. So you have 2 homework assignments. The first one, throughout your day tomorrow, at one point, you are going to do something very mundane, and it's going to be creative. Not that you plan it, it's going to happen, and I want you to realize you did it. It can be something of how you juggle your coffee and your wallet and your keys. I do it all the time. It could be something like taking a new route to work, just simply taking an extra street. But I want you to be able to notice that every single day, no matter how basic and boring you think your life is, you are creative because you're a human being, and it's in every single one of us. And the second is the thing you're trying to go after in your life. It doesn't have to be painting, writing, acting. It can, again, be dating. It can be your job. It can be working out. I want you to find an approach you haven't done before and do it. Try it. Creativity is trying something new. You have to try it to know if it's going to be a success. You have to experience this alternative view to see if it's going to work. It doesn't mean it will. Creativity does not guarantee success. It guarantees a new path. And if there's a new path, since you haven't done it anywhere else, that means there's another new path. And finally, one of those paths, whether it be the 3rd, the 1st, the 25th, that's probably going to be your finished product, the success spot. I guarantee you there's creativity in you. I guarantee you you're holding back because you're scared of a choice. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be afraid. But just because you feel those things, you don't have to listen to them. So that's it. I want to challenge you to find something creative that you do mundanely. And I want to challenge you to look at your surroundings, what you have in front of you that could present a new door as a new potential solution to a current problem you have that you want to not have in your life anymore. And you have to go try it to make your life better, to make tomorrow have more options. Or a different option, an option that gets you excited about going to bed and waking up with more energy. I believe in you. When you look in the mirror, you know you believe in yourself, no matter how many voices have told you otherwise. You are the solution always to your problems. Not me, not them, not anyone else. So go after yourself, go after your dreams, and be creative.